Welcome to a brand new episode of Girl, Geek, and the Gay, the show that keeps you questioning whether or not there will be a new episode this week.
Why? Stop. No, it doesn't. Well, sometimes.
I am Jose.
Hi.
And that voice you hear is the lovely Yanni.
Yanni.
How you doing?
My name is Jaime. Jose, please.
That's what I said.
This is America. Yanni.
Laurel.
Laurel.
That's all I hear.
That's the only thing I thought when he said that too. I was like, what? Laurel? I am doing well. How are you, Jose?
I'm good.
Well,
Yeah.
how was your week?
My week was fine. Mostly. Okay, so I have a terrible relationship with food, right?
Okay.
I can't help myself.
Okay.
And this morning when I got off work, I was hungry. So I found this Mexican restaurant that's open 24 hours, you know? So I went and grabbed some carne asada fries. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, well,
for breakfast?
Keep in mind, it's not really my breakfast. I've been up at this point since yesterday.
I get you. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you. You're weird.
So I came home and the power was out. Like on the whole block.
Damn.
And I completely forgot that it was scheduled to be out since I think like 9:30 p.m. Saturday night to 4 a.m. Sunday. And I got home like at 4:15 and I was like, why is the power still not on?
Yeah.
So then I had to sit there in the dark and eat my carne asada fries.
Oh, you could have watched.
I felt
lonely.
No, I felt sad.
Oh, you could have hung out with us. I was up at 6:30. You text me. What the fuck? We were texting.
At 4 in the morning?
Oh, well, no. 6:30. What time did your power go back on?
Like at 4:30.
Oh,
so
okay.
As soon as I finished my food, the power came back on.
Oh, great. Yeah. Did you sleep? How did you sleep?
Yeah. Well, on my side.
Oh. That's not what I meant exactly. What the fuck? On my side. I don't know. I have trouble like eating and then going to sleep. It makes me.
Oh no! It took me a few hours because I ate at 4 in the morning and
yeah,
like you said, I was texting you at
6:30. Yeah. That almost flew off the table.
It was not that bad.
Look how close it is. Like an inch away from the edge of the table.
An inch is enough, right? Tell me it's enough, Jaime.
Okay. Now I'm gonna have to rethink all this.
But also, I bought a bidet.
Okay, I forget I'm the gay one sometimes, but yes, okay, got it.
All right, this thing is amazing, right? But no pun intended. It has two settings, right? It has a setting for the ladies. And,
wait, what's the difference? Okay,
go. One goes a little more forward so it can clean other things.
Oh my god!
And I was not aware of this, so the first time I used it, I didn't look at the settings and I turned it the wrong way, and I just got a jet stream to my nuts.
Oh my! I was gonna say to your eyes, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we bought one and it's still sitting in the box somewhere, and I don't know how I feel about it. Is it amazing or what?
Yes.
That's weird.
Yes, it is. Like the whole gay thing, I get it.
I keep telling him we gotta get it.
It's so weird. Where do we go that you used when you were like, I'm in love with this thing? Japan, we went to Japan and he was just like obsessed after. I was like, calm down, girl. Like, this ain't how we do things.
It should be.
Oh my god.
It really should.
The days are weird.
Yesterday? A couple days ago, my coworker brought me tacos. For some reason, they were sweaty. Right?
What does that mean?
Like all that condensation.
Soggy?
No, all that condensation went up into the aluminum foil that covered them.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea. So when I opened up the aluminum foil, they all just dripped onto my pants. So I was walking around smelling like tacos for a while.
Oh my god, just all trouble. Did the bidet help?
Well, I mean, probably could have.
In that moment, yeah. You had a productive week, it sounds like.
It was a week.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Also been just hooked on Spider-Man.
That's cool.
How is it? What do you think about it,
It's
Jaime?
fantastic, as
Right?
I said before. No, Jose. I don't know. Work's been keeping me different busy, lately. I know it sounds weird, but it's just been, there's been a lot of just I don't know, like I'm not playing video games as much as I was before,
Shame.
you know. So it's cool though. Like I like being busy at work. I like doing stuff with work, and I'm surprised how organized I made myself this month. Because there's just been some changes to like my deliverables, quote unquote, you know. So it's been it's been
Go on.
I really organized myself, and I'm really impressed with how well I'm organized right now. Like it's a lot of stuff to do, but I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I like being busy. But video games, I love video games too.
I mean, aren't you working the same amount of hours?
Yeah, just I have different additional things that I need to do now, which is it's not bad.
But so do you do those additional things outside of work?
No, never. I am the last person that will ever work off the clock.
But you're working the same schedule as before, right?
Yes.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
I understand what you're saying.
Things, your time has not changed.
I understand, but I think because I'm more mentally drained is maybe why I don't pick up the video games as much. Is what I'm trying to say, Jose.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
Whatever makes you feel good about you.
And that's that's pretty much been it for me. I've been playing like I told you, I started playing Mirrorverse, which is like a Disney mobile game.
Yes.
And I got really into that. Like I'm super into it. Like I'm trying to, unlock all the characters. I'm really having a lot of fun with this character named Anger. Well, he's from Inside Out.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so I've been really into the game.
I like that movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It was an interesting movie for sure. Yeah, so I've been playing that a lot, and it's mobile, so I can watch like TV and play on my phone at the same time. But then again, I have a Switch, but I can't play Dead by Daylight on the Switch, and then I can't play Spider-Man on the Switch either. So I should have just bought it on the Switch, but then you give it to me for free.
Yeah.
Oh, but I don't know if we were gonna talk about this, but you saw that movie RRR.
Yes,
so I'm gonna
I
bring it up anyway. Well, what'd you think?
I highly enjoyed it.
I know.
Like, I liked it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It was way too long.
It was long as
but
fuck.
it was
Yeah.
worth it.
Yes.
Like it was really good. I found it entertaining from beginning to end.
Yeah.
There was really no lull in it.
Right.
Like
right.
it was such a fun movie.
Yeah. So it's called RRR, and then this is in like parentheses. It says Hindi. So I guess that's just because of the language.
Well, yeah, because it's a
foreign
Bollywood
film.
movie.
Yeah. So amazing. Like we did split it up across the day. Like we started watching in the morning. Like we had to go have breakfast. Then like started watching more lunch and then dinner, and that's how we saw it. It was honestly like throughout the whole day. Like even like we cleaned the restroom in between, or like we cleaned the apartment in between and stuff like that. Just because it was a 3 hour, it felt like a 3 hour long movie. Like not to, it was good. It was well worth it. Like if it had been split up into 3 episodes, I would have seen all 3 episodes, right? Because that's essentially what I did anyway.
Yeah.
But every time it felt like it was gonna end,
Yes.
it just like started back over. I was like, what just happened?
It was just like that dance scene.
Yeah.
Just when you think it's over, like they
Yes.
just shoot it right back up.
Yeah, but I was just so impressed with the story, right? With the
Yeah.
story, the culture in it, and it wasn't like overdone. There's some really campy scenes, but it wasn't
Yeah,
overdone.
None of it felt out of place.
Right,
Which is
exactly.
what it was. It was like, oh, they're doing this because that's part of their culture, and
Yeah.
like let's move on with the story.
Yeah.
Which is what other shows should do.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that. No, but it was great. I'm happy I saw it and just got to enjoy it. Even that extended like Bollywood scene at the end when they were just doing that long ass number too, and I was
I
like,
watched it too.
it was amazing. Like I was sitting there, I didn't know what they were talking about, but it was amazing. Wasn't even really reading the subtitles at that point.
Oh yeah, because the lyrics to the songs were always just like narrating what was going on in the story.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was really funny when that stuff would happen. I'm like, they're just telling you everything that's happening
In song
Yeah,
form.
yeah.
But it sounded good.
It was so entertaining. It was just such an entertaining movie, and then like the whole bromance that they had going on. It was such a badass movie. I really liked it.
Yeah.
It wasn't overdone either with the slow mos.
Yeah.
Like we're
And I
talking
felt
about.
like it wasn't out of place. Like it just
It made sense.
yeah, it really did.
Cool. Happy you enjoyed it. I'm happy.
I
can tell
really
you about
enjoyed it. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I've also been just watching Boy Meets World again. That show. So I keep saying I need something to put on in the background.
Yeah.
And just Boy Meets World just hits the spot.
Yeah.
And it's such a great show. Did you watch Boy Meets World growing up?
I did. I'm pretty sure I enjoyed it too. It's been forever since I've seen it though.
Yeah.
So
They recently started a podcast, Pod Meets World, where it's Topanga, Sean, and
Corey?
Eric.
Oh.
No, because Ben was just like, "Oh, that's not my like. I don't want to do podcasts."
Like he doesn't.
Yeah,
oh.
because they talked about it. He just doesn't want to. Like he's like, "That's not my thing."
Who was Eric?
Will Friedle. He's the older brother.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He's also the voice of Terry McGinnis, Batman.
Who? What Batman?
Batman Beyond.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is it Batman? Yeah, Batman.
Batman Beyond. Yes, yeah. I forgot his. I didn't know that was his last name, Terry McGinnis.
Yes.
In the cartoon.
Yeah, so they just talk about all the episodes, and right now like they're I think on episode 2 of season 1. I'm way ahead of them because I don't take my time the way they do.
You just kind of kept watching it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
But like listening to them talk about things and all of these things that happened when they were children and what they remember and stuff, it's very interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Let's talk about it.
All right, so I got some news for you. We talk about the Doomsday Glaciers and the Tibetan Plateau.
Oh, yes.
Amazon is expanding their comic book catalog.
Oh.
We got more news on Professional Garbage Person.
That's still a thing, yes.
Casting rumors and confirmations. Ms. Marvel, Love and Thunder, and...
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. Of course. Never doubted it.
And in the news, are we going to talk about... Well, because I saw... I don't know if we just want to... Well, I was going to talk about Black Adam trailer that I saw.
I don't have that in here, but...
Okay,
yeah,
can we just talk about it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I don't want to see this movie either.
I get it.
It's The Rock. It's The Rock. I feel like... I saw this trailer during Love and Thunder today, and I want... Like, I'm really excited about the other characters. Adam Crusher, I think was his name, the giant one.
Adam?
Was it the Atom?
It looks like the Atom.
I don't think it was just the Atom, though. I think it's like Adam Crusher. It's like a different one. I don't know. I might be wrong. Anyway, Dr. Fate and they show Hawkman, right? That's his name?
Yeah. Why does it sound weird?
I don't know. It sounded really weird. I almost called him Hot Guy for some reason. And then I saw the like kind of obviously the story's gonna be about Black Adam. And I just started wondering to myself again, like, do we really need this? Yeah, and that's the thing, like, do we really need this? And there was like a bunch of like campy, like even like or cheesy shots of like when he was flying next to the jets at a certain point in the trailer, and I was like, that does not look good. It did not look good to me. So it just kind of like left this impression in my mind that I'm just like, I don't know, Black Adam. I don't know.
I found that scene very Iron Man-y.
Yeah.
With Iron Man, the very first one, he's flying next to the jets.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
But I get it.
Yeah.
It looks questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited to see it yourself?
I'm gonna watch it
because and then The Rock's not even like a great actor. I mean, like I just. Again, the focus is too much on him, I guess, and that's where it's like, yeah, okay, I guess. It's just a movie that's going to come out. So that's just how I feel about it.
All right, well, good to know. Yanni.
Hi. Stop. My name is Jaime, Jose. God damn it.
How was it? How was your last pandemic?
Oh, okay. I know where this is going. It was great.
Do you?
Are you going to talk about monkeypox? No? Okay.
No.
Because I thought that's where we are going next.
Stunned scientists have uncovered more than 900 never-before-seen species of microbes living inside glaciers in the Tibetan Plateau.
Stop. This is why we need to stop melting the earth. God damn it.
Analysis of the microbe genomes revealed that some have the potential to spawn new pandemics if rapid melting caused by climate change releases them.
Strain.
Yeah, there's been 968 species found frozen, mostly bacteria, algae, archaea, and fungi. 98% of those are completely new species.
Wow. Well, not new species, just that we're just learning of them. Right? Well, because they
Yeah.
wouldn't be, they've been frozen,
Yeah.
right? So they wouldn't. Oh, okay. I'm just. This is a whole thing that I go into my head about that I've had a conversation with him about. It's like the whole discovering like word drives me crazy because I think it's so stupid.
Well,
Anyway,
I think discovering would make more sense than calling them new.
okay.
I mean, they're new to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
if
learning.
I buy a used car, it's new to me.
It's bullshit. Okay.
Researchers aren't sure how old some of these microbes are. Prior studies have shown that it is possible to revive microbes that have been trapped in ice for up to 10,000 years.
Why would we want to do that? Jurassic
Because.
Park. Jurassic Park 2.
Well, back in 2020, scientists found 33 different group of viruses living within the ice. 28 of which had never been seen before.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, dark side of science.
Yeah. Or we become superheroes somehow.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. This is how zombies happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Every zombie movie's been exactly like that. Or demons.
Yeah. Do you remember about 10 years ago, more or less?
Yeah.
When scientists confirmed the discovery of something they dubbed the God particle?
I remember the God particle name, but I don't remember specific what it was about.
Oh, it's the Higgs boson. It was discovered about 10 years ago, more or less.
Okay.
It's a subatomic particle thought to be a fundamental building block of the universe, dating back to the Big Bang billions of years ago. Have you heard of the Large Hadron Collider in CERN?
Yes.
Okay, so for those that don't know, CERN is the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It's on the Swiss-French border. The Large Hadron Collider runs nearly 17 miles, made of superconducting magnets chilled to negative 456 degrees. And it works by smashing particles together to allow scientists to observe them and see what's inside. Proton beams have already been circulating in the accelerator complex since April, when it was switched on after being closed for 3 years for maintenance and upgrades. On Tuesday, scientists will begin collecting data for their experiments, and the collider will run around the clock for almost 4 years. It'll be the third run for the massive machine, and because of the upgrades and the data readout, they're expecting to find big things. I think it'll give them a better understanding of the Higgs boson and more subatomic particles as well as dark matter.
Got you. So what do these particles do? Excuse me, boson.
Well, the Higgs boson.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's just some subatomic particle that's thought that's fundamental to the building blocks of the universe.
Oh, got it. Wow, crazy.
So people, for the longest time, have speculated that that CERN turning on that Hadron Collider has been the cause of the Mandela effect.
Oh, yeah, like we're in an alternate universe.
Yeah, well, not necessarily an alternate universe, but something changes. You know? So...
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I saw a TikTok video just yesterday. Of course, I mean, it's TikTok again, right? But it was the whole Berenstain versus Berenstein bears, right? And what I hate about those type of videos, because they had the two videos supposedly stacked on top of each other, and they were like, look, this is proof that like this VHS and this VHS. I'm like, well, how are you just gonna take that as proof? The guy didn't put it into like the TV, like into a VCR and played it. It was just like literally a label. One of the labels looked much newer than the other label. You know, the other label looked like pretty old and worn out. The other one was like smaller and looked more neatly printed. And I was like, come on, TikTok. Like, at least give me something more, you know? But there's this guy like freaking out, like, oh my God, guys, look, this is the proof. I'm like, all right. Stupid.
People do exaggerate things.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of things I remember when I was younger that apparently weren't things.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Jiffy peanut butter.
Oh, it's just Jif, right?
Yeah, it's just Jif.
Yeah.
But I remember there being Jif and Jiffy.
Oh. I don't remember both. I remember maybe one.
Yeah, I remember there being Jif and Jiffy.
Oh.
But apparently it never happened.
So there was there's in Brawl Stars, I swear there's like this character who carries like a shotgun. And this within the last probably like 2 years. And then I also remember another character that carried a similar shotgun, but like she was much faster. But then apparently that character never existed. I swore that character, like I swear there were two different characters, and now the only way that I find that any traces of that second character or that other character that I thought was an existing character. It's just as a skin for the character that I thought had its own separate thing. But I remember being able to select her as opposed to like the character and just choosing the skin, being able to select this other character and just having it as a main character, but then it doesn't exist. It like never existed. I Googled it and it's like, no.
The one that tripped me out was Looney Tunes.
Oh.
Because I remember Tunes being Toons.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
But Tunes is Tunes.
Yeah. But also your brain kind of, maybe your brain kind of just, well, it does things like that, right? Like, for example, they say that your memory, right? You're not remembering that specific situation. You're actually remembering the last time that you remembered that specific situation. You've never heard that before?
No.
Really? So every time you think of a certain memory, it's not the original memory. It's actually your brain remembering the last time that you remembered that.
I remember the last time I remembered that.
But it will change over time, type of thing in your head, and maybe things get lost. Your brain creates different, even. Some people can actually do that.
Everybody just creates the same that
a
same
lot of
reality.
People. Well, and maybe it's not the same reality, but maybe there's obviously because Tunes, right? Let's say for example Looney Tunes, right? You think Tunes because cartoons, right? You don't think about
and they're loony.
But there was a reason why it was called Tunes. Adolfo would be better at why it was called Tunes.
Because of the music.
Because of the music that it had to do. So that's why it was in reference to that. Like the Beatles, right? It's Beatles, right? Mm-hmm. When some people may mistake it for Beet because, like actual Beatles, like they don't think about the music side. They'll think about it, the Beatles, because we hear like Beatles and that's a bug to us type of thing. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're trying to rationalize it, and I totally get it. And I'm on your side here. I'm on your side.
Yeah.
I remember things differently.
I understand. It's your brain.
No sense.
I get what you're saying though too. I also don't deny the fact that there could be like multiple universes. I think there's definitely possibilities of things like that anyway. So.
You're a big fan of God of War, right?
Yes.
So there's a new CG trailer setting the tone for Kratos and Atreus' new adventure. Have you seen it?
No.
I was going to watch it and I just forgot to click on it.
Damn it. You didn't even send it to me or anything.
I figured you would have already seen it.
Yeah.
And I've sent you stuff before and then I'm like, hey, did you see this? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I'm so weird. I literally look at this I could look at this right now. I just start TikToking for like an hour.
Multiple editions have also been revealed of the game. Oh. There's going to be the standard edition, which is of course $59.99 for the PS4.
Yeah,
$69.99 on PS5. Nice.
Is there gonna be a special edition PlayStation 5 for this? I
haven't seen anything for that.
No.
The other two editions are the launch edition that includes Risen Snow Armor. And a tunic cosmetics for Kratos and Atreus. No price has been set on it, but people are speculating it's going to be around $80. And the Jotnar edition, which includes a set of pins, Brooks dice set, a 16-inch Mew Mew replica, and much more. Yeah, no price set at all.
Yeah. It's $150. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like because it has a Mew Mew statuette with it.
You gotta have Mew Mew. It'll be launching later this year, November 9th.
Wow!
You can start pre-ordering July 15th.
I don't know if I pre-order that much anymore, but wow, I'm excited. That's cool. I don't
remember the last time I pre-ordered.
Yeah, I would buy a new PlayStation 5 if it was a God of War edition, because that's my God of War. My PS4 is my God of War edition. My controller's starting to act up too, so I kind of want to stop using it because I don't want it to completely stop working.
So you're just not gonna use it?
Well, I was gonna get another one and just use that one with the PlayStation, so I don't wear it out even more. There's logic. It's $80 though.
$80
for a controller. That's how much they are, right?
I don't know. I haven't bought a controller in a while. I mean, I remember when they were up to 60. And that felt like a lot.
Maybe it's $60. It might be over. Might just be dramatic.
Have you heard of the game The Day Before?
No.
So The Day Before, have you heard of the game The Division?
The Day After. The Division sounds familiar, but not the Day Before.
Okay, so The Day Before looks like a mixture of The Division and The Last of Us. It's an MMO game with zombies. It looks super cool. They showed a little demo of it, and it's a scripted demo, of course. But you're walking around this post-apocalyptic city. It looks kind of like New York, and you go into a building, and the building's just full of kind of like that Will Smith movie.
I Am Legend?
I Am Legend, like I Am Legend zombies, like those kind of things. And it looks super cool. The game has already been delayed twice. It was supposed to be coming out this month, and it got delayed. But things have been looking really shady with their developers. The developer is called Fantastic, and it's Fantastic spelled without an A, so Fantastic. The only thing, like I said, the only thing we've seen in this game has been scripted. There's really no organic gameplay. The fact that it's been delayed multiple times already, and again, we haven't seen it much from it. The company has recently updated their page to show that everyone working on this game are considered volunteers.
That's weird.
Yeah, so even quote unquote paid volunteers. I don't think that makes any sense.
It sounds really shady.
It sounds very shady.
Yeah. And see, and the problem with video games is that once you buy them, you're kind of screwed. Like the only reasonable way to buy video games now is I feel like pre-owned video games, because at least like GameStop lets you return them within 7 days, and you're good to go type of thing. But it's just, that sounds really sketchy. And then they're expensive too.
They're
Games
very
are expensive,
which is one of the great things about Xbox Game Pass. Just $15 a month, and you can play pretty much any game, and a lot of games are available day one.
Yeah.
I should utilize my Game Pass more.
Yeah,
because I have it and haven't used it.
Yeah. So they'll be available day one.
Day one.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You could download it and then
see if you like it or not. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Oh, GameFly used to be like that when GameFly
I remember
existed.
GameFly.
I used to like GameFly. Yeah. But then I would never. I felt like I was paying more than what I was actually committed to the games type of thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. Just don't need it.
I feel like it definitely makes more sense if you play more video games.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I've had it for months, and I've only used it for Halo.
Yeah.
And I haven't even played Halo in a while.
Yeah. See, and then you're just paying $15 a month for no reason. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like just two games a month would already make it worth it.
Yeah.
Because once you download the game too, it stays with you. Like even if it goes away from the store, like it stays with you get to keep playing it because it's already downloaded and installed.
So what happens if if you buy it? I guess the only situation. Let's say you have to buy a new console or you have to get it replaced.
If the game is still available on
to download,
you can just re-download.
Oh, so but it's not like you own it. It's just like $15 a month and then if you stop paying the $15 a month, then
it disappears.
Oh, okay, damn.
Yeah, they take it from you.
Get back our game. Yeah.
Reports are also saying that we're getting a Red Dead Redemption 2 on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It's so you could currently play the PS4 and the Xbox One version on them, but they're just not taking advantage of the system's hardware. But it also seems that Rockstar has canned the Red Dead Redemption and the GTA 4 remasters, which I'm good with.
Yeah, we don't need them.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Infamous?
No,
because Infamous on the PlayStation were the original Infamous. Were some of my favorite games, like Infamous 1 and Infamous 2. They were so good. I always like that good versus evil type of character that you can be, whether you want to be good or bad type of thing. And part 2 especially did that really well. But then part 3, I never played that one. It's like a whole different main character. It's not Cole, which was the original guy from Infamous. And so that kind of was disappointing to me. I mean, it makes sense because the way part 2 ended, it made sense. But it was just you don't have that same connection to the character that's already existed in 2 other games, I
get that.
Yeah.
Did you play Red Dead Redemption 2?
I played Red Dead Redemption, not Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is such a good game.
Yeah, and it's his son, right?
No. It's a prequel.
Oh, okay.
So you actually get to meet John. Like you get to run with John's gang.
Oh, okay, okay.
And you play a different character.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
meet like a younger John that's part of that gang.
Oh, okay.
It's really good game. The story is amazing.
Yeah.
It is one of the best stories. There's so much to do in it.
Yeah. It has online play too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never played it online.
No.
But I don't hear good things about their online modes. It seems like Rockstar just hasn't quite figured it out. Which is weird because they did such a great job with Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, and so Rockstar also makes God of War, or am I tripping?
No.
Who makes God of War? Oh, Santa Monica Studios. That's who makes God of War.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember they had that documentary, Raising Kratos.
Yeah. So, and you got me thinking about like online games and how like sometimes they don't do them that well. But there was a PlayStation 3 game called God of War Ascension. So it was like a prequel to everything, kind of along those lines as well. That one had like an online version, right? So in part of the game, or in the beginning of the game, you're going through the homunculus or something like that, or something crazy, some crazy giant monster with a bunch of arms type of thing. I can't remember what it was called. And there's this guy that you run into that's basically in a cage, right? And like you break into the cage because you're just running from the monster trying to avoid him. And this guy's in there and he's like, oh, you came to save me. And he's saying all these things, right, like about the gods and how like he's really grateful to the gods, right? And then he's about to get killed by the monster as he's praying. He goes and he puts up his hand to the sky, and then out of nowhere he just disappears. You don't like, I'm like, you play the whole game and you don't realize like, okay, whatever, like what happened to that dude? You don't even think about it. When you play the online version of it, it turns out that you are now that guy. And you can choose from 4 different like alliances of gods. So Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, and Ares. Yeah. So you choose between the 4, and there's this big old arena style and like cutting each other up. Like everybody has their own type of abilities because they're one of the 4, and it's such a badass. And it doesn't exist anymore. Like it just went away. It just went away. It was on PlayStation 3, and nothing came with PlayStation 4 of it. But it was so cool. It was a lot of fun. Like they had like capture the flags. They had different type of like arena style games that you would just battle and kill each other at, and it was so cool. But it just went away. So sad.
Like The Last of Us had multiplayer in the original release.
Yeah,
and I even think the remaster had it, which is called Factions. And people would rave about the multiplayer on it because apparently it was really good. And when The Last of Us 2 came out, people were very disappointed that it wasn't part of it. But now it seems that Naughty Dog is also making their own, like a standalone Factions game. I don't know how that'll work.
Like in the same universe, and it's just going to be separate? Oh, okay.
So I don't know how to work. They're also doing the remaster for The Last of Us. It looks amazing, but there's going to be a full price game, which for a remaster, a game that came out 10 years ago, it's a little much.
Yeah, they don't care.
They want
your money.
Yeah, and they're probably going to get it.
Yeah,
because they're saying that they're adding features and like updating gameplay. Which I don't know how I feel about it, because so in the first game, you play as Joel, and Joel is a lot stronger than Ellie, and he's less agile than she is. And in the second game, when you play as Ellie, she's very agile, so she moves a lot smoother. She could go prone. She's hungry, huh?
Yeah.
She could go prone. She could dodge attacks.
What does go prone mean?
Like lay down.
Oh, basically. Okay.
She jumps. It's such a contrast to playing as Joel. In the same world, and it's so great.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd be happy with them adding a jump button to Joel.
Okay.
It just
yeah. Because he can't jump.
No, like there's no jump button.
Oh, okay.
So like he'll hop if like there's a gap.
Oh, okay, like naturally.
Yeah. But he doesn't like jump.
Oh, okay. Okay. Random.
Yeah. Have you heard of the movie Day Shift?
Day Shift. No.
I just saw the trailer to this, and it stars Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg
What?
as blue collar vampire hunters.
I want to see this.
I want to see it too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dropping on Netflix on August 12th.
Oh, okay, cool.
So perfect.
There you go. We'll
Yeah,
watch
Fox
it.
plays a pool cleaner in California, trying to keep his estranged wife and daughter living nearby. Meanwhile, Snoop plays an older army sergeant. I don't know what it is, but I'm in.
Yeah. Yes, me too. Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg hunting vampires. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm totally down.
More National Treasure news.
Oh.
Or some National Treasure news, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned last time that there was going to be a National Treasure 3.
I think so.
So it seems that we are also getting a National Treasure series for Disney+. It's called National Treasure: Edge of History. But it seems that Nicolas Cage will not be involved in the series.
Okay.
I mean, we're still getting that National Treasure 3, but...
And he's going to be in that movie?
yeah, he's
Okay.
going to be in
Okay.
National Treasure 3.
Cool.
There isn't much information about what characters the movie will follow, though.
Yeah. Maybe a spin-off from like the movies. Like
Yeah.
maybe a character they introduced in the movies, in the new movie.
I'm thinking you don't need to call it National Treasure.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like just an adventure TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least they're not calling it Indiana Jones. The early years.
Oh, my God. The Wonder Years.
It seems that Christian Bale is in talks to join Star Wars as Starkiller from the video game The Force Unleashed.
Okay.
Have you ever played any of the Star Wars games?
I wasn't really into Star Wars.
I haven't
I'm not really
either.
into Star Wars, yeah.
I remember The Force Unleashed got a lot of great reviews.
Yeah. This was the one where you ended up being like Darth Vader's like apprentice or something like that, right?
So, yes. I know I wrote it down here.
Okay.
Apparently I didn't. But yeah. That sounds
That
like,
one.
Because I'm like, is that Knights of the Old Republic?
Or
Because I've
something
also
like
heard
that.
great things about Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, I think it's Force Unleashed because I can even picture the cover where he's
Yeah.
like with the keyblade.
Wow.
Not the keyblade, the lightsaber. There you go. Oh my God. Nerds.
So Starkiller is the son of a Jedi killed by Vader in post Revenge of the Sith. He is essentially programmed to be a remorseless killer. It's an RPG where you get to make your own choices, and depending on the choices, Starkiller dies, redeeming himself for the light side of the Force, or kills Vader and becomes Palpatine's new apprentice, and is reborn as a new clone version of himself.
Is that Unleashed?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We know how I feel about clones.
Yeah.
Did you know that Christian Bale was actually up for the role of Anakin Skywalker
In the
in the prequels instead of Hayden Christensen?
oh, really?
Yeah. He was also supposed to be Alden Ehrenreich from Solo. I'd never watched it, but it was played by Woody Harrelson.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
and I haven't heard anything bad about it.
Yeah. Well, Solo?
Yeah.
I thought I heard it wasn't good, but I'm not.
I heard it wasn't great.
Yeah.
But it was just fine.
Yeah.
And I think like I'm done with Star
Like you
Wars
could just
being
pass.
fine.
Yeah, like type of thing. Yeah. Meh.
So Amazon is expanding on their comic book TV shows.
Comic book TV show.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
after the success of The Boys and Invincible, they're looking to make a new series from the newly acquired and still new Image Comics. The series is called 8 Billion Genies.
8 Billion Genies?
Yes.
I think I've heard of this one.
The general premise is that on one seemingly normal day, every single person on Earth met their own personal genie, with the caveat that each genie would grant one wish and one wish only. Takes roughly around 8 seconds for the world to change forever.
Whoa.
Sounds like Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
We all saw how that went.
I have heard about this Genies one. Why have I heard about this? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have heard about it. And everybody, like you said, everybody gets their own genies.
Everybody
yeah.
gets their own genie.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Was it you that told me about it?
Nope.
No? You've never talked about genies on the show before?
We talked about Jinn.
No, racist.
Jinn being genies.
No. Okay. I don't remember where I heard about this then.
I don't know.
It is also July and my calendar has not changed. Sorry.
You
ADD.
okay?
It's ADD.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You here?
No. Next story, Jose. Damn.
New allegations are being brought about against professional garbage person Ezra Miller.
Oh, God. Why isn't this over?
Because they won't stop talking.
That's
Or they
crazy.
won't stop making appearance.
Yeah.
They just won't stop.
Yeah.
A woman known only as Nadia said that she had a 2-year relationship with Miller and said that things turned sour when she asked Miller not to smoke in her house. She said, that just set them off. I asked them to leave about 20 times, maybe more. They started insulting me, calling me a transphobic piece of shit. I'm a Nazi. It became so stressful for me. They were going around my house, looking at everything, touching everything, spreading tobacco leaves on the floor. It felt disgusting and very intrusive. I asked them if they remember that I told them I was a descendant of Holocaust survivors, so why would they say that to me? They answered screaming at me, yes, but how many people of my family have died? Because many people in their family died, I was like, oh, okay, this is a game of who's got the most trauma.
Whoa.
So that escalated quickly.
Yeah, no. This person's clearly not stable at all.
Yeah, they said that Miller left when police were called, but returned about 30 minutes later trying to break down the door.
Jesus. What?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
They also made an appearance on someone's, like a video that someone ran into him at a supermarket.
On TikTok? Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw this video. It was crazy.
Yeah, where they just threatened to knock them out. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't a threat. It was more of an offer.
It was weird. It was weird because it was almost like they agreed to take the picture / video and then like
No, what it seemed like to me was like, oh yeah, we'll take this, and I could even knock you out
yeah,
for the video.
Yeah, like it was. That's what I'm saying. Like they were down, but then they were like, I'm gonna just kick your ass instead. Or along those lines. It was weird. It was weird.
Because the guy kind of laughed it off, and
Yeah.
like he's like, so yes,
Yeah.
yes or no.
Right. It was a very strange situation.
Yeah, and Warner Brothers are still standing by the release of The Flash, like I've mentioned.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I
mean,
get
there's
it.
no
I
way.
get
There's
it.
no way out of it. Yeah. There's no way out of it. Yeah.
They're saying that they're confident Miller will seek help in the coming months.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
In the meanwhile, Elliott Page fans have been rallying around the actor replacing Miller in The Flash.
That's random, but
Yeah.
I mean, I like Elliott Page. I personally like them a lot in Umbrella Academy. The Flash thing, I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, why not Grant Gustin then still?
Because Zack Snyder said he won't work.
Fuck Zack Snyder.
You
He's
don't
terrible.
understand. You don't
Yeah.
understand art.
Yeah, the whole Elliott Page thing is random. Crazy.
Now, there's been some casting rumors also going around in Marvel. Ryan Gosling is said to be joining the MCU. There isn't any confirmation on whom most of these people will be playing, but there's speculation.
Mm-hmm.
So people are thinking that Ryan Gosling will be playing Richard Rider. Really, like, why would they call him Dick Rider? I never understood that.
It's not a bad name.
Which is Nova.
Nova.
Yes.
Nova. Wasn't Nova a much younger character?
Nova? I remember Nova. Well, no, because I remember Nova because I'm thinking of Nova more like from the Disney XD.
Animation.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Spider-Man show.
And maybe I'm thinking like a later Nova, like the ones that have been in more recent comics have been like younger Novas. No,
I
don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Margot Robbie also in talks to join the MCU. And again, just speculation, but people think she'll be playing Emma Frost. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Ramona Flowers.
Yeah.
People are thinking that she's going to be appearing in the Disney Plus shows.
I like Ramona Flowers a lot.
I like Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to get Gillian Anderson.
Wait, as who? Sorry, you didn't say who she was going to be? Or speculating who she might be?
They're speculating she's going to be Abigail Brand, who's the commander of S.W.O.R.D.
That's boring, though. Make her a superhero. She's badass.
She is badass.
Yeah.
Gillian Anderson, who is Scully from
from X-Files.
X-Files.
Wow.
People are speculating she'll be part of the X-Men universe, although no idea like who.
The X-Men. Hold on. She doesn't fit anybody. The only one I'm thinking is like Xavier's doctor girlfriend that he liked at a point, right?
Sure.
What was her name?
I don't know.
What?
I'm never gonna get this. So
No, not Moira.
Michelle.
Wasn't Moira, right?
No, but
Wasn't there?
that sounds along the line.
Wasn't there like a doctor that he liked? I swear it was like something along those lines. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Wasn't Moira? And she was like a
was
doctor,
Moira,
right?
yeah.
And she was like, that's the only person I can picture her as. Like that, in relation to Xavier.
I think it was Moira.
Was it? Was it Moira? Like, it feels like it was Moira, but I'm not sure.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, someone that is in talks for a very specific role and has already admitted to having met with Marvel over it is Taron Egerton.
Who?
Taron Egerton. He is from Kingsman. He also played Elton John.
Okay. Sure. Who is he going to be?
He is in talks for playing Wolverine.
Oh.
He said, I'd be excited, but I'd be apprehensive as well because Hugh is so associated with the role that I'd wonder if it'd be very difficult for someone else to do it.
Somebody has to do it, though.
Well, yeah.
They need to stop saying that. Unless they just throw the Wolverine out of it altogether and just make X-23 the Wolverine. That's the only thing that I can think of.
That's not going to happen.
I would love for that to happen, though. Anyway.
He said, hopefully it does come around and they'll give me a shot.
What was his name?
Taron Egerton?
Taron?
Yes.
How do you spell that?
Taron.
Okay. I'm like, E-G.
Well, because Egerton. I figured that'd be the harder part to spell.
Okay. Oh, we had a coworker named Taron, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I made him walk to ChickfilA.
Did you?
On a Sunday.
You're a jack. Oh, poor guy.
Okay, to be fair. Okay,
Yeah.
side tangent. Yeah. Okay, so he's just like, oh, what am I going to eat today? Like, what should I get for lunch? And very jokingly, I said, ooh, Chick-fil-A. He goes like, oh, Chick-fil-A sounds good. And then I was like, all right, well, and one of my other coworkers was about to tell him I kind of kick him under the table. All right, so when he is about to leave, I call out to him to let him know, hey, it's Sunday, like they're not open.
Okay.
And he puts his hands over his ears and goes la 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 la.
Why did he do that?
Because he thought I was gonna ask him to bring me something.
Oh, well, he deserved that.
Exactly. So I didn't feel
he deserved
that.
Oh, like I would have tried to bring you something. That's messed up. You're the one that gave him the idea, and he walked there.
Yep,
wow.
he walked there.
You're like, well, fuck it. You want to be a dick?
That's how I rationalize it.
Wow, damn, he fucked up. He did. Yeah, I can only blame that on him.
Well, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio have officially signed on for Echo.
Oh.
Now that we know that it only takes 10 weeks to learn how to echolocate, it's the whole Daredevil thing's a little less impressive.
It's not that impressive. It's not that impressive. Yeah.
Also, trusted sources are saying that Chris Hemsworth will appear in Deadpool 3. No word on whether it'll be a cameo or a supporting role. I think supporting role makes more sense. Or like
as Thor?
I mean, not supporting role. Sorry. Yeah, as Thor. But a cameo makes more sense.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know how they would fit it into a story with him like teaming up with Deadpool.
Yeah. Also, Deadpool, like just leave, it could be separate, it's fine.
But of course they're gonna bring.
I mean, it could be fine. It could it could be fine, like as in a cameo, but we don't need like a whole Thor / Deadpool movie,
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's how they'll. No, I was just thinking like maybe that's how they'll try to explain their whole. That merger of Deadpool into the MCU.
Oh, okay.
Hemsworth himself has already said that he will keep playing the character until the fans of Marvel gods say, no, we've had enough. Well, how do you feel about that?
I want to talk about this, but later.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get to the review part of the show, should we?
Yes.
So
wait. Miss Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ms. Marvel, Demons of the Punjab.
What?
Was that not what we watched?
Yeah, it was what we watched. Sadly, no. Time and Again was the name of the episode, but it was basically the same thing. Yes. So
I'll say this: I'm out.
I
checked out.
Yeah. I got about. I don't even remember how far into the episode. It felt like a really short episode, which was weird.
Because there was only 20 minutes of Marvel in it.
Yeah, that's true. Because it was like 20 minutes of Miss Marvel, right? I wanted to love this show. You know that. And I loved the first episode a lot. And the second one, I could still appreciate it. But this one it's really like just falling off, And it's like, I get it. I like history. Well, no, I don't like history. We talked about this before. History. I don't.
They're not doing it right.
They're not doing it right. The movie RRR did it much better.
Yes.
without overdoing it, and
they were overdoing
it, which was the crazy because much of it was about the war, right? RR was about the war, and a lot of the or just the battle, a specific battle part of it. This is they threw in a whole bunch of history in it, and there was a history of Aisha. Like we learned about her great grandmother.
But here's the thing: we didn't learn anything.
We didn't because we still didn't. You're right.
We
just
don't
got
know
her.
we don't know why the clandestines are in this dimension.
Yeah,
which they could have explained there.
Yeah,
we don't know why she ran away from the clandestines.
Yeah,
because they didn't explain it. We don't know why Muniba hates Aisha because they didn't explain it.
Oh no, her name is Muniba's her mom. You're thinking Najma. Wait, Muniba hates...
Yeah, because she doesn't like Aisha, right?
She doesn't like her great grandma. She doesn't like her grandma.
No.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, I thought you meant Najma.
No. Like Muniba does not like Aisha.
Yeah.
And like, why?
But she doesn't know her though.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah,
they never explain it. They just mention like we know she doesn't like her mom because of the whole magic thing, and like she thinks her mom's crazy.
Yeah,
but she's mentioned like, oh, don't talk about Aisha.
Yeah,
and where did you hear that name when? What's your name?
Kamala.
Yeah, when Kamala mentions it,
yeah,
she goes, "Where did you hear that name? Like you should know that name." And she's so apprehensive about. We don't know why.
Yeah,
is it because she thinks that she was abandoned by her?
Yeah,
because the dad doesn't seem like that's the story he would tell his kids.
Right, Hassan. Right.
Yeah,
right.
It none of it makes sense. Like, we got no answers.
It was
and Najma, I don't think she's good. I don't find her a very good actress.
The character in general, it was like, why is she bad now?
Why is she?
Why? Well, why is she bad now too? Like, I get that she wants to go home, right? I understand that, but you're right. We really didn't get a lot of explanation. Like we should have, especially like you said, we traveled back in time, right? We traveled back in time. We're in during this whole like partition that's going on in Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's this whole partition going on, and where is it? India.
See, I was thinking India too, but I'm like, oh, they're Pakistani and Muslims.
I think it's India, but then
from
Pakistan and India.
Yeah, and it is India. Yeah, right. I have India right here is the first thing that I have. And so they gave us I understand the history of Earth, of India, right? We should have got the history of the clandestine. Like we don't understand them. I don't get them. I don't get her. Najma, I don't get
Watchmen.
Watchmen? Yeah. Oh, the series. Why? Is it history?
Well, it starts off with a historical event. Because sorry, my mind kind of.
That's okay.
My mind went to. They're trying to make a historical event lead to these comic book.
Yeah,
characters.
Moments. Yeah.
And
it happened in a movie too.
They're not doing it well, but Watchmen does.
Oh, okay.
And Watchmen, the way Watchmen starts is it starts with a historical event that I never learned about in school. That I did not realize was a real historical event.
Oh wow!
When I watched it,
yeah,
great show.
Yeah, it's on Amazon, right?
It is on HBO.
Oh, okay, cool. The whole first part of this movie, this show, just was like
20 minutes before Kamala showed up.
Yeah. Even a lot of like the relationship with Hassan, was like, again, why do we have to experience all this? And okay, you could have given us the little story that we got, right? Like,
and you could have done it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You could have done it in 5 minutes instead of 20.
Well, but they traveled back in time, so they had to do more with it.
We didn't need
we didn't need it. We didn't need the time travel. We didn't need the time travel.
That saying, what you seek seeks you.
Yeah,
it was just so it was so crowbarred in there.
Yeah.
There was no need for it.
I didn't like. So it turns out that Kamala ends up being the one who actually like helps her grandma find her way with her, which I
could have seen that coming.
Well, I was hoping it wasn't going to be her anyway. Like, I don't know. I just thought like she was going to witness the past. I didn't know she was going to go and be Harry Potter in this. Because that's what Harry Potter does in his like with the whatever thing he does.
Patronus?
Yeah, Expecto Patronus.
Yes.
So he does that, and so it was basically that too, right? So I didn't know she was gonna be the one to actually do it, and I get it.
But I told you last week.
I know. So okay, so there's another thing too. When she used her powers to help Sana get to Hassan, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, why, if you couldn't get through with the girl, like, did you think your hard light was gonna help her get, like, jump a little bit forward through it? Like, okay, lift her ass up and over, like, the crowd, to get her to her family at least. And there's a starry path, there's something like that. But no, she created the little path through the people who were already knocked her ass over too,
And that was also another thing. So these people are walking, and you see the light just appearing at it, like, and nobody
freaks out.
Just, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Also,
nobody moves out the way.
Yeah. Also, I don't think it made sense for the kid to just be sitting there and not one person go, "Hey, do you need help, little girl?"
Yeah. I get it. I can see it both ways. I can see people are in such a panic for themselves.
Do you now?
Depends on the full moon or not. No, but so I'll say stop. No, but what I'm saying is that, like, everybody's panicking, everybody's freaking out. I can let that pass, right? Just then if you're gonna struggle with Kamala not being able to make it to Hassan, right? Then at least be more exaggerated in the way that you get her through, do something interesting. And then on top of that, how did it become stars? Like, I get that it kind of broke or it kind of shattered a little bit, but why was it still, it's just something we hadn't seen. And I didn't get why it had to be that way. Right. And Hassan witnessed it, Sana followed it. The little girl followed it. But it was just like, okay. And then right after that, she wakes up back in her time, and then for what, for what? At that point, they had cut, they torn the fabric of time and space right there in front of us, and it made no sense.
Also, she doesn't know that Najma killed Aisha.
No, she doesn't.
But she mentions Najma killing Aisha.
Yeah. Did she say that specifically?
She says you
took her away from her family.
You took her away from her family.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, how do you know?
Because she didn't witness that whole situation. That's what I'm saying.
There.
Yeah.
I mean, you were there, but you weren't there.
Yeah. Because she didn't witness the whole situation. And that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, she could have been a spectator, like, just watch what's happening. But instead, she actually traveled in time and was the reason her grandma found her way to her great granddad. It was weird.
It was dumb.
It was weird.
And then, okay, so now there's that portal open.
Yeah.
And it starts killing the clandestines because they're trying to go through.
Well, so the one girl, right? The one girl went up to it and she turned into rock and fell apart.
Yeah, but Najma's like, I can do it. Yeah. And then she's like, no, help me close it. And she's like, nah, screw you. And then she's like, Cameron. And she's like, oh, yeah, I can love that kid. After all. Then she gets all sentimental and she's like, I'll close it.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And then how did she close it?
Don't fucking know.
She did the exact same thing that the first girl did. She just stepped up to it and she broke into rocks. So, and then she becomes dust or magical winds, and Cameron absorbs her powers.
I don't fucking know, man. Is that what happened?
I mean, okay, so first of all, did Cameron have powers or not?
No, I don't think so.
Why? He was like inside. Everybody else had powers. Why didn't he have powers to begin with?
Half clandestine.
So then, okay. Let's say that, right? But he still have some kind of power.
We watched the same show.
I know, but all the clandestine have had different, at least,
abilities?
weapons. Like one had a ribbon. The other one had a hammer.
That dangerous ribbon.
Yeah, he was hot though. He can dangerous ribbon me all he wants. No, but he's dead, I think. Did he die? I don't remember what happened. What happened to that guy? Now I think about it. Oh, he got hit by a truck, right? Oh,
I thought it was the one that the
bald one.
No, because I was thinking the
red
he got
daggers.
hit by a truck, but then the red dagger guy threw the two knives at the other one that was chasing.
Anyway, they're all dead at this point.
Yeah, like they just took out all the clandestines.
Yeah.
waste of fucking characters.
Yeah. But see, it's like, why did they have? Why? Okay, even if they were clandestine, right? You could eliminate those characters because they're really irrelevant just to me, they're irrelevant, right? So let's just say Aisha ended up being just knowing about their dimension, or even from the same dimension but different type, right? Like, again, I go back to the Inhuman things that she was supposed to be, and like you could have made that okay, all the clandestine are dead, right? But we don't even get the anything else about like the possibility of what she actually is, right? Because it's still kind of questionable what Kamala really is. Like, to me, it's
quarter Jinn.
One, which are clandestine, they say, but they separate them out every time. It's like Aisha. It was like Aisha and the clandestines. It wasn't the clandestine.
But I think that was to show you that Aisha isn't evil, I guess, and that's why they went out of their way to separate it, to tell you, oh, it's all of these evil people that are trying to kill you, and Aisha, that's part of that group, without being part of that group. At least that's what I think. But
it could be.
I wrote here, blah, blah, blah. I don't care.
Yeah.
More blah, blah.
Yeah.
This show's a mess, and not in a good way.
No.
And this is episode 5. Yeah. We have one episode.
It's over. Like, there's no way you can really come back from this. And in a sense, like, there's no way you can really come back from this, right? It already exists. And I feel like the Disney Plus shows need to slow the fuck down, because I think part of the issue is that they're trying to, like, they've been putting out so much shit this year that it's like, maybe it's just too much. Just like take it back and really look at the characters.
Not just that. You're trying to do everything in 6 episodes. Yeah. You're trying to create an entire arc in 6 episodes. Yeah. And it hasn't been working well for you. Yeah. Because there's too much to do. So you're rushing everything. I mean, 10 episodes minimum. Yeah. Like that should
invest the time into those characters.
Yes, because like here, like I said, we got the clandestines. Now for this last episode, she's gonna be battling the DODC, right?
Yeah. Damage control. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. It's why do we need 2 different villains? Yeah. What is she gonna do to Zoe afterwards?
Yeah. That would have been a great story. No. And then the whole mom's thing still happens, right? And then her mom is just kind of like, "Oh, you were that light girl," the whole time. And we, again, they go back and everything's just so normal. Like, it's not, it's really not supposed to be that normal, but everybody's just so normal. And I get it. I guess Grandma was making it seem a lot more normal than it was. But I feel like it takes away from the character quite a bit, Like, they are superhuman. They are inhuman. They are clandestine. And no, like, it ends up being something like they're like, everything's cool now, everything's good. And then we kind of flash and see Bruno and Cameron hanging out for some reason. And, like, that's where the whole
Cameron is just like, hey, Bruno, like, I need your help, Brian.
Yeah. Then they become friends.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah. The last thing was, like, there was a torpedo shot at Cameron or not shot at Cameron. It was shot out into the convenience store. Whose convenience store is that, by the way?
I assume Bruno's family's. Or Bruno's aunts.
But is he the only one?
Because he works there.
He has aunts?
His grandma, sorry. Because he mentions my
parents aren't around.
Yeah, my parents aren't around, and then he says my grandma is out of town or something, doesn't he?
Oh, did he? I don't remember.
Yeah, because I remember him mentioning, like, whoever the fuck his guardian's supposed to be, he's like, oh, they're out of town right now. And I said, well, that's fucking convenient.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but you know what? Thank God we got other explanations of nothing. Thank God we know Nakia won the fucking election.
Thank God her brother got married.
Oh, fucking.
We got to see how Aisha died. Also, we learned about the Red Dagger guy who's now gone too. Like, it was just an extra character.
Although the kid mentions that there are more Red Daggers.
Oh, okay.
Because he goes, I have to go tell the rest of them, and it's like, bro, there's nobody else.
You were the last.
You don't have to lie to us.
It was the 2 of you. Yeah, but it was another character that was just kind of thrown in there. I feel like in the previous episode, and we really didn't need it.
Didn't do anything with them.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. I mean, it was like another quote unquote like love interest almost, like, or just like another friendship she built. I don't know. It was just thrown in there, and it wasn't necessary. There was no connection to him in the end because he was like, okay, bye. take care. That's
Yep.
it. You know, that was it.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, now you got Bruno, you got Cameron,
Yeah.
and now you got the Red Dagger.
What's his name? I keep calling him Red Dagger, and I don't remember.
Kimu.
Okay, Kimu. Yeah, that sounds right.
Mincemeat.
Yeah.
It was like Kareem.
Yeah.
I think it was Kareem.
Okay.
And his nickname is Kimu.
Yeah. It didn't go anywhere with him either. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You know, but yeah, one more episode and we'll see what we get.
I was really expecting you to give me shit.
No.
I thought you were gonna give me another gasp.
No. I mean that was on the second episode. I did like the second episode, but it's lost me. It's lost me because I really like the character, you know?
Oh, so. And it's really bugging me now that we don't get the costume until the last episode. Yeah. And mostly like near the final scene. Yeah. But people are really upset now because it looks like the costume that she has in the show, like the one in the what's it called?
The trailer?
Thumbnail?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That it's not the same costume that she's gonna have in the movie.
In the movie?
Yeah.
Oh. And we've seen pictures of that?
Yeah, they have a picture.
Oh, okay.
And I'll post it up later.
Okay.
But
so it's like all these like little pieces that they're adding to it, and it's not going to go anywhere.
Yes. That's what it's looking like.
When are the Marvels supposed to come out? When is it supposed to come out? Next year. So I wonder if we're going to get like a season 2 before that. And
I doubt it.
I don't know. Yeah, the costume thing. She hasn't been in it, but it was a build up in the comic book too, but just not like the way that they're doing it. So, yeah, sad. Poor Light Bright.
Or Nightlight.
Nightlight, Light Bright, Hard Light. That is what they call her power. We could have just got stretching powers and been fine, but no.
Yanni.
Hi.
Did you finally get to Thor: Love and Thunder?
I thought you were gonna ask me about Pokemon. I was like, what the fuck? Yes, I did this morning, and you're probably gonna be mad at me. Nah.
I don't know.
No, I'm just joking around. I absolutely fucking love this movie. Like, did you? Now I don't know. I really love this movie. I feel like I have felt like Marvel movies have kind of not been that great to me lately. Like, I guess I was okay with Eternals and I was okay with Doctor Strange, but I really, really enjoyed this movie. I liked it a lot. I cried. I laughed. I enjoyed the music. There was just so much amazing, and I hope you feel the same way, but I'm not sure because you're making faces at me. So
I have not made a single face. I'm sitting here smiling.
I feel like you're lying. No, but I did. I like this movie a lot. I'm gonna put it as well right behind Shang-Chi in this phase right now for me. So
wow.
Yeah, like right behind Shang-Chi, because I mean, what else would there have been?
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Oh, I don't even think about Spider-Man. It's so weird, and I like Spider-Man.
To me, that's been my favorite.
Yeah.
But I will not fight anybody who says Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if I say Spider-Man, you say Shang-Chi, I go, I get it. Yeah, totally get it.
Okay, so I would put Spider-Man probably in 3, but it's weird that I keep forgetting about it. You know, so I'll just say that. But I do have to say I was really impressed with this one myself. What are your initial responses, reaction to it?
I think
I won't fight you.
I think I will like this movie more if I watch it again.
Okay.
But my original impression wasn't great.
Really? I'm shook.
I found it very disappointing.
What the fuck?
So the tone of the movie seemed to be all over the place to me.
Well, yeah, for sure.
They failed to develop the villain. Like I feel like they strongly failed to develop the villain.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
Because we didn't get a development of the villain. It was just we see you know, in the beginning where his daughter dies and like
guys, spoilers by the way.
he decides he's gonna go kill all the gods and then we get to that end, which I don't feel like it was quote unquote earned.
Okay.
Like that it made no sense that he's just gonna bring his daughter back and let her off with Thor.
Okay.
I don't think that was earned. Like there was no relationship between him and Thor. Like there was never any sign of him realizing that Thor is a different kind of god. There was never anything like with him being like, oh, like there are good gods. Like, there was nothing. Like it was really just a flip of a switch.
I'm really shocked. Well, hold on about that real quick. I do have to say though, I personally thought that the introduction to Gore, was that his name?
Yes.
The God Killer was better than a whole other movie that we could have got about Gore the God Killer.
I'm glad we didn't
Butcher.
get a whole other movie.
Well, and that's my thing, right? Like I feel like it was a good enough setup for a movie, for a Thor movie. Like, hey, this explained to us what we needed to know, like about him right away. It wasn't beating around the bush. It wasn't giving us like a whole movie, like I said, 3-hour movie that we don't need to be able to understand the character more. Like it was like how he felt, about his God, and then his God ended up being kind of trash of a God, right? And then what ultimately led him to become what he became. I felt like I thought it was enough story for that.
I get that.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there was no real development between him and Thor.
Mm-hmm.
There was their only interactions are fighting. Like there's never any real dialogue between them. Mm-hmm. There's never anything that makes you think, oh, like Gore respects Thor at this point.
Okay.
For him to just be like, okay, I'm gonna bring my daughter back and I'm gonna let you take care of her. Especially when he feels like the gods abandoned them and the gods are the reason his daughter died.
Yeah.
For him to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna bring my daughter back and I'm just gonna let you go live with these gods that abandon us.
Yeah.
Like there's never that there's just not that development within the characters.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I felt like that was out of place. I feel like they lean a little too hard into Thor being a buffoon.
Okay.
Like
okay.
he comes off as way too dumb sometimes.
Okay.
And
okay.
And like I get it, but you're kind of leaning a little hard on it.
You think so? Wow.
Yeah. Because he wasn't this bad in Ragnarok.
I feel
and
like
it just seems like he's getting dumber and dumber in every movie.
I got you.
I
do feel like
I also think Korg should have died. I like Korg.
Okay.
But I hate
what they did with it.
Yeah, but I hate when like this is a Groot situation.
Yeah.
Like you just take away the emotional thing right afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like this part should have hurt.
Yeah.
This you should have felt it.
Yeah.
And instead, like Thor gets so angry that he throws a fucking thunderbolt at Zeus.
Yeah.
Right? And quote unquote kills him.
Yeah.
and then like Korg's like, I'm alright, guys.
Yeah.
And
it's funny because I do feel like the cheesiness of Thor in these movies, it was fun. Like in my opinion, I had a lot of fun with it. Now it was a bit of an emotional.
Guardians.
Well, no, but also at the same time, how would he have ended up on his own? I think it was just it was obviously temporary. Temporary as you saw in commercials is basically what you got. That's all we got. Yeah. And I was okay with that because they're gone. This is a Thor movie. I don't need the Guardians.
I totally agree with that, but I didn't need them in it at all.
Well,
like I would have been fine with them just dropping Thor off and being like, "I can't stand that guy," and then taking off.
Yeah, that's
like,
a good point.
I would have been fine with that. I didn't need that whole beginning scene with him destroying the temple,
just fighting,
and be killing everybody like on his own anyway.
I'm really surprised by you in this.
I didn't need it. I feel like the entire beginning could have been skipped and we could have focused a little more on characters.
Okay. Yeah. I like personally, so it did get quite a bit dark, right? Like there were some very dark stories behind it, and we talk about the Mighty Thor in this one, right?
Yeah,
the Jane Foster story.
And like I said, that to me that threw off the tone.
Okay.
Because
that part of it?
No, because you're getting this goofy movie in the beginning, and then
the really dark side of it.
Yeah, and then we flip into this sad story of Jane trying to battle with her cancer.
Yes.
And then
they went there.
And then we go into Gore, Gore's dark story, like him trying to avenge his daughter's death, basically.
Yeah.
And that tone just it didn't flow. It didn't flow well for me.
Got you.
One of my favorite parts though was ironically the part that looked like it was directed by Zack Snyder.
The when they were on that small planet type of thing.
When they're in that black and white
the
dimension.
Shadow Realm.
Yeah, the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, that's what they called it.
Yeah, like that was one of my favorite parts. Like that was so cool the way all of these actors were interacting.
Right.
Like it was great.
Yeah.
And that's other than that, like it it felt like this movie wasn't sure where it was going. Like I said, I think I'll enjoy it more the second time I watch it because now I know what to expect.
Gotcha.
But for me, it was messy.
So I'll touch base on. Okay, so they went there with Jane Foster, right? They actually did talk about her cancer, and this was something that we were kind of questioning, weren't sure what they were going to do with it, and I feel like it was really the way it was handled. I feel like it was fine. You know, like I feel like it wasn't like although there was this darkness about the whole cancer aspect. The movie was a lighter tone in a lot of parts, right? It was meant to be lighter, more of a happy, more of like a goofy story than anything like that, which is the Thor that we've gotten used to, I would say.
And I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
But to me, like you try to throw in these darker elements that I don't feel flowed with the movie.
I think though that the vision for it though is because obviously like it's like the thought of cancer and death, right, could be very seen as very like taboo even, you know, like you don't want to go there because it's really going to freak people out, right? But I feel like the fact that they went there and there's still a light tone to it and still ended up in a more positive place, I would say, for a situation like that was great. I personally felt like, you know, I understood it and I get the emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, and I totally get that.
I did cry.
And I think Taika Waititi does that well. Like Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit is a great movie.
Dark movie. So dark. And it was so great. Yeah.
It is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorite movies. And I just don't feel like that flowed here. I don't know what it was about it, but it just didn't seem to fit here for me.
Yeah. I get you. And I can understand it for sure.
And for me, I think the biggest issue was that there was no relationship like built between Gore and Thor.
For the ending.
Yeah.
So I can agree with you on that for sure.
And then like we learn about eternity.
Yeah.
In kind of what seems like a throwaway line, right? With Zeus. It's like he'll never reach eternity.
Oh, okay.
And then Jane's like, who's eternity?
Yeah.
And then, you know, Valkyrie just kind of explains it off real quick.
Yeah. I thought she was gonna go into like a whole like vision of eternity. Like, you know how when they introduced her as Valkyrie, right? They did this whole
that's Zack Snyder.
That would have been
Dude, I'll tell you, Zack Snyder could film an amazing scene.
Yeah.
There'll be no story to it, but it looks beautiful.
Looks beautiful. Okay.
And I've always said it, like Zack Snyder could could frame a scene like no one else.
Right.
But he is not a storyteller. And Taika is.
Yeah.
And Taika's a great storyteller. So I was just disappointed with I think I just expected more from it.
Okay.
So that's why I think I didn't like it as much.
Yeah, and I think that and Adolfo kind of had this impression as well, right? That if it was there was thoughts or maybe feelings that this could have been like the last Thor movie, right? For Chris Hemsworth, right? I think that there was this expectation to kind of like end it like on a big note, right?
Yeah.
Now It doesn't end up being that. But based on what we saw, it doesn't end up being that. I thought it was going to be something along those lines as well, right? And so maybe the expectation of something a lot more grand was maybe what kind of is keeping you from being like, oh, like this was more enjoyable. Like you said, maybe watching it a second time.
No, I'm pretty sure I will like it more if I watch it again.
Well, because and I think about, for example, my thoughts in regards to Multiverse of Madness, right? Like I expected so much more from Multiverse of Madness, and then I got kind of like, oh,
yeah.
really?
See, that was the reverse for me. So I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it, and then the second time I was like, this isn't as good as I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, and what I enjoyed, I think that being exposed to what I was with Multiverse of Madness for me personally, and now going into this one is like I thought I personally liked the vision. I felt the travel of the music even like flowed with it, and this is something that we talked about afterwards too. Like it made sense in the music aspect. Like if you listen to the music and you see the, you know, even down to when you go to the Shadow Realm and stuff like that, the type of music that they're using and everything like that really takes you into a whole different place of like animation and art or even music at that time, you know, at the same time. Because there was a lot of like that rock and roll type of music or like that type of music was involved in this movie a lot. And I think I personally, for me, I'm telling you, like it was good. I even like the stupid little cheesy Stormbreaker and Mjolnir situation. Oh, by the way, when they introduced Jane Foster as Thor, right, and she had Mjolnir, and like the way she was using it compared to the way Thor was using it was like really different. Like it was so badass.
Yeah, it was
so
super
badass.
cool the way it
split up.
Yeah,
and like took out a bunch of people. It was really cool. For me, Valkyrie like could have been so much more in this movie too, and because I really like Valkyrie, like she's gorgeous woman. And then there was a shot when they got to the what was that place called? Not Olympus, where Zeus was with all the gods, right? That was a really cool scene too. Like, this is why I like shit like that, right? So they got to this place, this city, this golden city, whatever. And it was Thor and the mighty Thor, so Jane and Thor walking, and behind them was Valkyrie and Korg, right? Valkyrie in that scene, I could not take my eyes off of her. Like I was like, geez, like her outfit, like her suit that she had on was just such a badass like design to me, and then like her braids and she just had this like sexiness to her, right? That I was like, wow. I get it. Yeah, I was really impressed with her, but as a character, like I liked her King Thor, her King
Valkyrie.
King Valkyrie thing going on, right? I like that a lot. I wish they would have played it up more, and I wish that she would have been more, just made her so much more. But it's like it was a Thor movie, you know, and we already had 2 Thors, you know, and on top of that, Valkyrie and Korg, you know. There was just so much. Where was I going with this? But there were so many little things that were like
Tessa Thompson.
I got so distracted by her. No, I even mentioned the Mjolnir and the Stormbreaker thing that was going on, where Stormbreaker was being jealous.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny.
That was
okay.
I feel like this movie was filled with great scenes.
Yeah.
But just when you put them together, I just didn't feel like it flowed the way it should have. I don't know. Like there's just something that was just a little off about it. Because, like I said, Taika does the flow really well.
Yeah.
Like if you watch even Our Flag Means Death.
I don't think I've seen that.
No, great show.
Okay.
But
it's a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays Blackbeard.
Yeah.
It's a great show, and like you see the turmoil between the characters and within themselves. And it's still such a light tone at the same time, even in dark moments.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like he does that well, and I just don't feel like it worked here. Like here, it seemed like things weren't flowing; they were turning. So you'd be having this really lighthearted scene, and all of a sudden you'd get whiplash going into the next scene.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold on, like it's the same movie. Like, why was there this shift? Like why did it feel like that?
Yeah.
So to me that's just what kind of dragged me out of the movie a little bit.
Yeah. It could have been the whole undertone of the cancer thing too, because I mean, again, that's kind of a really dark place to go to, right? And
I hadn't considered it. I mean, it could be, but I hadn't considered
it because like even down to the way the Mighty Thor is, right? Like again, Jane Foster as the Mighty Thor, like when she's holding Mjolnir and she's controlling it, and she's the Mighty Thor. She's all strong, powerful, like long hair, gorgeous, in her suit and everything like that. And then that's when you get some of the flips too, though. You get the flips where she loses the power temporarily. They show that she's actually, like really thin, shorter hair, like she's in like a really dark and gray space. Even like, for example, the restroom scene where she was dealing with that. Yeah, it was a great scene.
Great scene.
And again, it kind of flips to it because it's like, I mean, just the vibe that I got from it, maybe it went deeper in the sense of like they were trying to show the contrast in the emotion and the feelings at that time, right?
Like, and I get that. And I think that worked really well.
Yeah.
I loved seeing, and I do wish we had seen it a little more.
Yeah.
Than we did. I think we only see it twice, right?
Where she's probably like 3 times. I feel like. Well, in the beginning,
in that mirror scene you're talking about.
Yeah,
and there was also the end, right?
Yeah, well, in the beginning too, when she was with Daphne, and she was in the hospital, and they were avoiding the word cancer for much of it. Huh?
That's not her name.
It's not Daphne.
No,
it's not Daphne.
It's not.
What was her name? She looks like a Daphne to me. Are you sure?
I can't remember her name,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's not Daphne.
Oh yeah, Foster. Darcy. It's Darcy. Kind of close enough. Darcy, where they showed Darcy, it had a D.
Yeah, but at that point, like she wasn't already Thor, like the mighty Thor.
Oh right, yeah.
So it wasn't a contrast yet.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like you didn't see her like flip.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well, yeah. Well, but she was
Like you just see her in
like
in
doing
that,
her
in that
chemotherapy.
state, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you don't see her like kind of like just
yeah.
go from okay, I'm dying, but I need to.
Yeah.
You get to see that at the end where she's just like, I'm dying. If I do this one more time, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But Thor needs my help.
I've seen a panel of almost the exact same face that like Natalie Portman did as as the Jane Foster in the comic book, like the exact same like look. It was to me, it was like almost like a just they somehow just made it look so real, like from the comic book. And I was like, wow, that was a really crazy scene. I got emotional during obviously the most of the scenes where she was dealing with her cancer and stuff like that. The Shadow Realm scene was my favorite scene as well. Like it was just so well done. I like the darkness. I like the hints of color every now and then.
Christian Bale was amazing.
Christian Bale was amazing. I feel like he doesn't get enough credit. I think he's kind of a dick though, what I heard too. I'm not sure.
So there was that infamous
audio
recording.
Right? Okay.
So it's funny though because they were making fun of him on Kevin and Bean show with Ralph Garman doing an impression of him where he's just being a dick.
Yeah.
And apparently Christian Bale was in LA and he heard and he called into the radio station. And he was just like, man, you guys have me laughing so hard. He's like, look, man, I'm not normally like that. Like, I was just having a bad day.
Yeah. But he did it so well in this movie,
was amazing.
He was. You felt so there's a specific scene that, like, to me, I was like, why didn't they do this in Multiverse of Madness, right? Where he captured all these children and they're inside of the cage monster thing, right? And then they're sitting there telling each other stories or talking through dealing with being captured, and he just starts clapping and he just appears like out of nowhere. It was so creepy. It was so creepy to me that I was like, he did it way better. I feel like he did it way better. Like he did that way better, like compared to like Multiverse of Madness scenes that I didn't like, but I liked it. Like Christian Bale was just so good.
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think that it's also I wish I had seen more of him in this. Because he was great, and every scene he was in, like his interaction with Thor.
Yeah,
I don't feel like he really had any interaction with any other character.
No,
when I think about it,
no. Aside from like the kids, but that was
yeah. And then again, like his was the best.
Yeah,
he definitely had the best performance in this.
Yeah.
Hemsworth is always great.
Yeah,
but again, I feel like they were leaning way too hard into Thor's a dumbass.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I agree with the last scene where he just kind of was like, okay, cool, I'll be good now. I do have to agree with that. I just want to talk about how even more how magnificent that Shadow Realm scene was, because I love those creatures that were coming out of the ground, and it was like Valkyrie and Mighty Thor fighting them, versus him fighting Gore. Mm-hmm. Okay, it just looks so crazy, and it just took me to such a place that I was like, man, this is really so cool.
Well done. It was so cool.
Yeah,
and just like hearing him like that creepy voice, call the axe.
Yeah.
I love this scene.
It was crazy. I was afraid they were gonna kill Valkyrie. I was like, you fuckers, you motherfuckers. I was so mad for a second.
I'm upset that they didn't kill anybody though, because Korg should have died. Because you just keep taking away any emotional stakes from things. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just saying I'm glad Jane died, but I'm not, because I feel like now we just lost a great character that could have been, definitely had potential for growth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess, with
multiverses exist.
Well, with the whole, she's now in Valhalla.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense, because remember with Sif, she's
like, if you don't die in
he's
battle,
like, no, the battle's over.
Well, she kind of died in battle, right?
No, the battle was over.
Was it?
Yeah, at that point, Gore is just kneeling in front of eternity,
Yeah.
about to make his wish.
Yeah.
Like the battle's over. No one's fighting anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that they showed Sif again because Sif's been one of those characters that you don't know what. Like she's appeared in Agents of Shield,
Yeah.
and it's always been consistently her. Oh, Loki, she was in Loki as well. Like
She was in Loki.
yeah. So I like that. Oh, but she was just like
A memory.
A memory,
But,
yeah.
I mean, it was still the same actress.
Yeah. But I just like that it's been like at least. Like they didn't just kill her off, like they killed all the 3 dudes,
Yeah, like in the beginning when Core's like, and then that guy died,
Yeah.
and that guy died.
Yeah, yeah. At least Sif didn't die. At least Sif is out there. Still, and she was in Asgard at the end as well. So that was cool. What do you think about the kids and all their magical powers that they attained?
Okay, that part I totally forgot about that until literally this moment
Right now,
and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I feel like in the moment I was
Yeah.
kind of like, this is cheesy.
stop! It was cute. I thought it was
like
cute.
the little girl with the teddy bear.
It was a bunny. Yeah.
What the fuck ever. And like, I mean, okay, cool. I guess Thor just gave you all Thor powers.
The one thing that I'll say, it really reminded me of Shazam though. And not exactly the way Shazam did it because they didn't all become adults, But I was like, Shazam?
But they all became warriors.
Yeah, became warriors.
And-
Yeah, it was cute. I thought it was cute. I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was like it was cool. Like I enjoyed it. Didn't quite make sense. Like now that I think about it, like how did they all get his powers ish? I like that they were different kinds of
Yeah,
like.
they all got different powers.
Yeah, they all got different stuff, but it just didn't really make sense about how he
Or how they could fight.
Yeah,
Because
magically they just all became warriors.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. I like the reason I like the god scenes a lot was because of all the gods. Like I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
So many of them, and they were just everywhere. So diverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen more of that.
Yeah.
And looks like that's where we're going.
Cool.
More
yes. Oh yeah, because we actually had 2 post credit scenes, right?
Yes, we did.
We had Hercules.
The mid credit scene and
Yes.
the post credits.
Yeah. Which, by the way, why didn't Zeus just die? Like, and then he was there to avenge his dad or something.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I would have been good with that.
Yeah, because we didn't need Zeus either.
Yeah, you just
Hercules was a hunk of a man, though. I do have to say that. Jesus Christ.
you should watch Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso's so good.
Was he in Ted Lasso?
He is in Ted. I told this.
Have
This
you?
was one of the stories.
Jose,
from
I
last
only
week.
listen to you half the time, okay? And like you said, the Jane and Valhalla scene is what we got after that. So it was cute. I thought it was cute. I thought the connection to like the family members were cute even. Like when the little kid, Axel, got the Stormbreaker, like, and he teleported all the kids back to their families. I thought that was really cute. Yeah. I'll talk about this too. I like the gay scenes. Like the gay. See, it wasn't thrown in your face like you don't like it to be thrown in your face thing. But Valkyrie, when I didn't know Valkyrie was a lesbian until specifically this movie, I guess. Did you know this? Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, it does. She's a Valkyrie. They're all women. I forgot that. But they did show a scene where she's like with some of Zeus's ladies, and she just goes and kisses her hand. I thought that was a really cute scene. Also, the Korg scene where he met a dude named Dwayne.
Yeah.
By the way, Dwayne the Rock.
I had not caught that.
I said it to him in the theater, like The Rock.
Oh, that's great. I didn't catch that.
And they go off and they go to like a volcano,
Yeah.
and absorb lava and create a new baby whatever they are, rock people. So with Dwayne the Rocks. I like that a lot.
That's great. I
Personally,
didn't catch that
I
at
did.
all.
I was proud of myself. He had a mustache though. So.
that handlebar stash.
Yes. Watch it again. Again, you're probably gonna love it. I loved it this time around.
I don't know if I'll love it, but I know I'll enjoy it more the second time around.
That's cool.
And our time's up.
Okay, but it was a good movie.
Timer time. Hit it, Steve.
Professor Jaime.
Hi.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's what? Oh, it's over. It's gonna be Dino today. Is that how you say his name? Dino.
It's Pikachu!
There's actually 3. Well, because Dino's the baby version. Oh, Zuelos.
You're the professor.
Yeah, I should have researched the name a little bit better. And the last one being Hydreigon, which is this giant monstrosity.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. This is a savage little beast of a Pokemon. It is so Dino. Starting off with Dino, it's National Pokedex number 633, and it is known as the irate Pokemon. So he's a Karen. He's introduced in Generation 5 in Pokemon Black and White, and the typing is. Can you guess the typing?
It is a rock.
No.
Normal.
No.
Dinosaur.
No. There's no such thing.
Water.
You got only one of those. Two of those right. The
How many are there?
actually being types.
Oh.
There's like how many types are there? I don't know right now.
Steel.
No. Okay, you're just going on. Okay, Steel is a type, but it's not this one. He's actually they are actually dark and dragon types. They're called dark. And I think we talked about this in Spain. They call them sinestral types or sinestros. Sinistro, esa cosa. But yeah, dark type and dragon type. And in Pokemon Black, when it was first introduced, it talks about, it says, it tends to bite everything and it is not a picky eater. Approaching it carelessly is dangerous. About the little dino. In Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, lacking sight, it's unaware of its surroundings. So it bumps into things and eats anything that moves.
Same.
In Pokemon Sword.
Why are you wiggling, Jaime?
Stop trying to eat me. Wait, you gotta wiggle more.
Words you've never said before.
Wow, I'm only a slut half the time, okay? Thank you.
I only see you half the time, so I guess
that's when I'm the
sense.
sluttiest. All right, fuck you, Jose. In Pokemon Sword, when it encounters something, when it encounters something, its first urge is usually to bite it. If it likes what it tastes, it will commit the associated scent to memory.
Same.
All right. Moving on to Zuelos. How do you say that? Zuelos? Zwilu? Maybe it's French.
Wait.
All right. And it's also it's not also National Pokedex number 634. It's its own 634. This one is known as the hostile Pokemon, and it is also... What typing do you think this one is, Jose?
Dark.
And what?
Are
you trying to remember what the first one was?
Normal.
We just talked about this. It's Dark and Dragon, Jose.
Obviously.
We just talked about this. The other one was Dark and Dragon too. They evolve at level 50 from Dino. That's how we get Zuelos. Obviously. Well, it's an evolution. It's a Pokemon evolution.
That sounds right.
In Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, it says, the two heads do not get along. Whichever head eats more than the other gets to be the leader. In Pokemon Sword, while hunting for prey, Zuelos wanders its territory. Its two heads often bickering over which way to go. In Pokemon Shield, the two heads will fight each other over a single piece of food. Zuelos are covered in scars even without battling others. So the two heads attack each other all the time. So
same. I beat my other head every time I chance I get.
Wow. I didn't know you were that flexible with your other head. Wow. Hydreigon is the next Pokemon. What type do you think this one is?
Easy, Dark and Dragon.
Oh, look at you learning.
Thank you.
Yes. Awesome. This one is National Pokedex 635. Pokedex, not Pokedex. It is the Brutal Pokemon. And like Jose said, is Dark and Dragon type. This one evolves from Zuelos at level 64. And about Zuelos, in Pokemon Black, this brutal Pokemon travels the skies on its 6 wings. Anything that moves seems like a foe to it, triggering its attack. In Pokemon White, the heads on their arms do not have brains. They use all 3 heads to consume and destroy everything.
Same.
It's interesting though because originally, like Zuelos, the 2-headed one, it has brains on both of them because they attack each other.
Yeah.
But then when it has 3 heads, only one has a brain. So I don't know how it loses a brain in the process. It doesn't gain an additional brain; it just loses a brain. Just thought that was an interesting point. In Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, are you falling asleep?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm off today.
Oh yeah, that's right. And you were late, so.
No, I wasn't.
Just shut up. Yes, you were. In Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, it responds to movement by attacking. This scary 3-headed Pokemon devours everything in its path. Are you 3-headed?
I mean, the doctor said it was normal. Okay.
Oh my god. In Pokemon Sword, there are a slew of stories about villages that were destroyed by Hydreigon. It bites anything that moves. And then lastly, in Pokemon Shield, this is a very hungry Pokemon apparently. In Pokemon Shield, the 3 heads take turns sinking their teeth into the opponent. Their attack won't slow until their target goes down. And so that was Dino, Zuelos, and Hydreigon for you guys. Yay! The 3-headed Pokemon that devours everything.
It's Pikachu!
Correct.
Pikachu!
Yes, a dark dragon Pikachu.
All right. Thanks so much.
Are you educated?
I am very educated.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay? Beating your heads with the other.
So you just get curious.
Jose, control yourself, please.
All right, so that's our show. Next
Yes.
week, we have the finale
Yes.
of Miss Marvel.
Yes, we do.
Fuck.
Is that it, by the way? Because what else are we going to talk about next week?
I don't know, man.
If something else comes up, we shall add it to our
I was
plate.
going to say The Boys, but you're not caught up, are you?
No.
You're not going to catch
I was going to say Umbrella Academy, but you're not caught up, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I haven't even seen Stranger Things at all. So, but I guess.
I don't know if I want to watch Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Like, I want to, but at the same time, I don't.
I really want to watch this season, but I keep like, I got to watch 2 and 3 first, to be able to like get it. Because otherwise I'm going to be lost. I can't think of anything else that I specifically had planned or that we're going to look into. But if something comes up, we'll definitely add it to the
We
plate.
should get back to Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
I
we
like
could do
that
that.
show.
I know it's a good show. Like I feel like we should just like binge it and just get it
I was
over
thinking
with.
the same thing.
Yeah, because it's a good show. I want fucking Dorothy. Like I'm just trying to figure out what happens with that hoe already. So, but no, we'll see.
All right. So, Miss Marvel, for
It's
sure.
Marvel for sure.
We'll bring news in,
Yep, and Pokemon of course.
and we'll find out what Jaime thinks about the Spider-Man game.
As always.
All right. So, anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
All right. Have a week.
Bye.